Hey everybody, welcome back to Gooseberry Homestead. So I'm standing outside my greenhouse, and as you can see, I've done a few things on the inside of my greenhouse. The weather has cooled down, so the condensation has gone away inside, and the temperature has actually gone down to about the 50s. So I'm going to be closing it back up here soon. I'm not sure if we're going to have any more sunlight the rest of the evening, so I want to try to keep as much warmth in there as I possibly can. And so yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I've got going on here. So yesterday my husband treated me and he took me to breakfast, which we haven't done in a while, and it was really nice. And after breakfast he surprised me by taking me to a plant nursery that I had wanted to go to but I hadn't gone to, which is really kind of funny because I kind of already knew we were headed there and he didn't tell me where we were going. But right here in front of you, you guys will see two new plants that I got to purchase, and I went ahead and I moved things around in all my pots so that I would have room for them, because I have to make sure that I have enough room for certain plants that I want to have. And so yeah, there's only a couple more plants I'm going to be able to get while I'm here. When it comes to long-term bigger pots like this, I'm not going to be buying any more bigger pots. Don't mind my dirty fingernails. I've been playing in the dirt all day today and it's starting to rain, so I'm going to try to hurry this up and go inside of the greenhouse. But right here I have a thundercloud elderberry, and it's going to have like dark green to purple leaves in the fall. And then this one right here is, I believe it's called Alesso elderberry, and they're both a European varieties. And I'm going to come close really quick because my phone's going to get wet. If you look here, you can see it's already got the blossoms, the flowers are already forming on it. And there's a little tiny bug right there. Look at that little tiny bug. Kind of looks like an ant with wings. All right, and then this one here also, the thundercloud, also has some berry clusters right there. All right, and then right here along the side of my greenhouse, I have a bunch of little cuttings from my gooseberries that I'm selling, and some from my stash. And I went ahead and put some root compound on them, and since they were just starting to open up and they hadn't all fully opened up from the buds, I went ahead, prime opportunity, that's when you want to go ahead and get your cuttings in. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the fall and explain how I do it a little bit more, but I'm propagating my gooseberry plant, and so there's that. I picked myself up another thornless blackberry yesterday. This one is the Apache, or not Apache, Arapaho, I think. Yeah, that's it, Arapaho blackberry. And so the other blackberry didn't grow very well last year, so I'm hoping this other one does better on that side. And I also picked up, get this you guys, I'm gonna show you really quick before I go into my greenhouse. I went to the box store and I found this one here. It's called a Brandywine raspberry. All right, if you look at this other one, it was sold last year. I got it at, I think, the Tractor Supply store, possibly. I don't really remember. I got it at one of the box stores, either a Tractor Supply or Home Depot or Lowe's. I cannot remember for sure, but I got this raspberry plant there and it was sold as a Brandywine. However, when I looked up, I found out last night that there's only one raspberry species that has fuzzy soft stuff like this, fuzzy that looks like thorns, and then thorns. Okay, there's only one, and it's called a wineberry. And it's in the family of the raspberries and blackberries, but it is not a true raspberry. It's used to cross-pollinate with raspberries and blackberries, but it's not a true raspberry, and it's not like a blackberry. So, but it's in the family. So it's a wineberry, and I had no idea. So I found that out when I looked it up last night. And so I got myself, because I thought I had gotten a Brandywine last year. So now I have a Brandywine, and I planted it down in with the wineberry, and that's just for the sake of saving a pot. All right, so we're gonna go into the greenhouse and I'll show you what's going on here. Well, the degrees haven't gone down because I tried doing a little video a little bit ago and it was the same degrees as you see right here, just about maybe one degree down in the last like 15-20 minutes. However, if you can see, I have seed trays and they're not in the best condition. They're all kind of worn and tattered and whatnot. And I went through and I counted how many cells were in all of these, and I did that, and I have way more, you guys. I will have to maybe do another video and kind of show you everything that I got. Maybe I'll do a clip-it-snip-it, a clip-it-snip-it, and maybe show you. But I got so blessed yesterday. I was, after we'd gotten home from going to the nursery and getting the elderberries, and we came home, my husband was going to pick up kids and stuff. So, I mean, it was just a wonderful day. I'm a happy mama. And I looked on the marketplace and I had seen that somebody had posted a ton of these seed trays, and there was tons of pots to grow in. There's a whole bunch of these little square black ones, and half of them are mangled, but I'm gonna recycle them and use them anyways. And then whatever I grow in them, I'll sell them, because they're basically, people can throw them away after they get them. But I'm gonna recycle them and use them. I'm not gonna let them go to waste. But I'm gonna use these ones first, and I'm not gonna reuse these. What I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna sell them by the 6 cells, and so I'll plant something and sell them by 6s. And that way I can just cut it, and then at the end of the row there will be one row left, and then one row left on the other one. And so I'll just cut them with some utility scissors when it comes time to sell the plants. And I have 7 trays in here with 2 of these trays, because these are separate in here on these ones, and I'm going to use these ones up first. And then these trays, these little square trays, came with these little green pots, which is really cool. And they fit perfectly in there. And in fact, I only had 1 extra green pot. Now, these black trays are kind of getting a little bit weak. One of them cracked and broke. These had been outside in the weather, getting sunshine on them constantly without being used. And so I don't know how many years they've been sitting there not being used. So the green box, or the green potting boxes here, are in really good condition, and so I'll be using those. I can actually fit 15 in these my heavy duty trays here. So once these things all sprout and I'm able to clear the dirt out of there, I will be using the little green things in these when these black trays completely fall apart on me. But for now, I'm just gonna use them in the square ones. So I got 5 of those, and I have 1 extra pot, which is really kind of cool. So I'll show you what I've got growing here. And so yeah, I've got 3 trays on this side with the black stuff, and I don't have any soil in them yet. I haven't decided what I'm gonna plant in them. I'm gonna plant some plants into these trays here. I am gonna wait another month or so before I plant the tropical plants, because I'm gonna plant the banana plants and that sort of thing, and the palm plants or date plants or whatever it was that I have seeds for. There's probably other people out there with a better greenhouse that they have really good windows in their house for sunlight. So I might as well grow them and see if anybody wants to buy them. So I mean, I don't have the space for them, but I don't want my seeds to go bad. And I just think it's a waste of a seed, so I'm gonna grow them. All right, so there's that. So let's see, I'll show you what I've got growing, or what I planted the other day. So right here I have some red maple seeds that I planted in this row, and in these 2 rows here I have cotton growing, although it says bumwool because it's I think it's German, I'm not sure. This right here in this row is American blueberry. I don't honestly know what that means, but it says American blueberry. In this row is Chinese kiwi, and in this row I planted Japanese gooseberry, which is aka kiwi. basically it's one of those hardy kiwis that they're selling, because if people know, kiwis are actually in the gooseberry family. Here I've got some 2 Koru apple tree seedlings. So they're not going to taste true to the parent plant. They're probably a combination of 2 other types of trees. And then also I have 4 ambrosias growing. Now I can't sell the ambrosias because it's a trademark tree. So I just grew them for the fun of it, and I'll probably end up just giving them away to somebody. Over here is one of those trays. I'm going to be planting something in those. In this one, on the end I have soapwort. This one, another row of soapwort. This row is Wildmeister, or it's also known as sweet bedstraw. You can use it to create green syrups that you can flavor your water with, and or use on ice cream, and on desserts. You can use it as a thick syrup on, like, say, cheesecakes and what have you. It's just a really great, fun, different flavor, you guys. If you've never tried it, you've got to try it. It's actually pretty good. All right, so I've actually got 2 rows of that. Then this one right here, I planted some St. John's wort. And this one is called an eyeball plant, or toothache plant. And that basically has a part on the plant that when it grows, you actually can chew on it, and it actually numbs. It's a numbing agent, so that's kind of cool. And right here we've got Swiss chard planted, and I have some more actually right here. And I planted the bright lights, and I had a large packet, so I used all of it in that tray. And then over here from this section over is Swiss chard, also bright lights. And then right here I planted cranberry seeds. And then right here I planted European blackberries, or not blackberries, European blueberries, I'm sorry. Yes. And then in these trays I have some red maple tree seeds, and these were from a tree that I had that I collected the seeds from. And then down here in the green pots, or the bright green pots, I planted lemon mint. Over here is my gooseberry clippings that I'm trying to propagate. These ones are ones I'm planning to keep for myself, possibly, and or sell, maybe. And then right here are some just random apple trees that I planted. That one is not gonna make it. This one is not gonna make it either, but this one I think is. So, and then the rest of them most likely will. And then of course I've got a couple avocados back there amidst another grouping of apple tree seeds that'll probably come up. Since they're out here in the greenhouse, they'll be acclimated to the weather. That's why these apple trees aren't gonna make it, because they weren't acclimated to the weather outside. And then down below, artichokes in the giant pot, and then another thing of red maple. My stevia, that's pretty much dead on either side right here in the small gray pots. My golden berry, which is pretty much dead because it got frosted on. There's only a couple green leaves left on there, so I might have a little bit of the plant that survives. We'll just have to wait and see. And then down here I've got parsley. And then in these 2 pots, I've got red currant seeds planted in this one, and I've got gooseberry seeds planted in this one. And that's pretty much it. And my phone is at like less than 10%, so I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye for now, and I will see you guys all again on another day. And anyways, have a wonderful evening, you guys, or morning, whenever you're watching this. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell button so that you get notified when I have new videos. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.